Am I announcing that? Am I?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Just what a
We do this every time, Lewis.
Welcome to the Opium podcast. I am Lewis, and I am with
Warren Slipslot.
And Chuyo, Paul.
And this is episode 4?
Episode 4, yeah. And this is the disclaimer.
Disclaimer! This is a non-profit podcast. Anything we say is of our own opinion, and we are in no way being funded by any outside organisations.
What's our first feature?
Paul likes to start with a lol hate, I think.
Does he?
Thing to start with, it eases us in.
LOL hate!
Alright, I'm sure this is actually shared by 90% of the world.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. You ready?
Oh.
You ready? You ready?
Yeah, damn
Not
right.
ready.
Right, you ready?
Yes!
Yeah.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, you're right, duck face.
Not ready anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it is a lol hate that is expressed worldwide. I haven't really got much to say about it because it's self-explanatory, isn't it, really? It's the worst thing I've ever seen happen to the small-minded people that do it. Do you think that some people do it ironically because they know that it's ridiculous? Do you reckon anybody actually thinks that it makes them sexy?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, definitely. What are you talking about?
Is that the reason for the duck face?
Originally, I suppose, yeah.
But they look literally like a duck.
Well, it looks more like a miniature black hole is sucking them in face first.
It does. It does, actually.
Yeah, it does look like you've got a small Hoover trying to suck them face.
Or they're trying to be a small Hoover.
Oh.
I think it's gone full circle now, though, when people are doing it ironically.
But then you don't know when they're doing it ironically and when.
No, you don't. I think you can tell by the percentage of makeup on the face.
And I think the percentage of duck face. If it's overly exaggerated, you might think that maybe they're taking the face.
Yeah.
Can we just hate them regardless?
Everybody hates them. I don't care if you're taking the piss or not.
Stop
Oh,
doing it.
good.
Cunts. Yeah.
Drop the C-bomb.
I mean, like I said, there's not much to say because it's self-explanatory. Everybody hates them. Even the duck faces hate themselves. They probably do it and afterwards they feel like chronically depressed because they just did it. And it's like an addiction. They can't stop.
Yeah.
There's
one girl I saw on some social network, I don't think it was Facebook, and every single one of her photos had it in.
Yeah, so their face is identical, but their body's in a different position.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's someone that me and you know that used to live down the same road as us that does it on every single picture that she gets taken.
She does, yeah.
Yeah. And
Maybe she is just a duck.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Maybe they are half duck.
She's missing the beak, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to blame the ducks for doing the duck face when they're getting a picture taken. That's understandable. I'll let them off.
Yeah, what if they're doing it a bit too much?
If they're pushing that beak out, then no, it's not acceptable.
Yeah. You're in with the rest of them.
Imagine going up to a duck when he's getting his picture taken going, stop doing the fucking duck face. Stop it.
It's not
You don't need to do it. You're beautiful always, Mr. Duck.
You're already a beautiful duck. You don't need to do it.
You're one of them multicoloured ones that's got a different coloured head to the rest of his body.
You are quality. Stop with the face, though. The face is wrong.
Yeah, stop with the face. Stop with the face what I need.
It's been quite a mild lol hate, even though it's probably the one that I hate the most.
It's because everyone's used to it, aren't they? It's not something that takes you by surprise.
Yeah, I think originally when I first saw it, I hated it to the point where my balls ached when I saw it.
Yeah.
But now it's just where I just go, oh, there's another fucking twat doing a fucking duck face like a prick.
But I sort of put it in the same pool as people saying YOLO and all that.
Yeah.
It offends me more than racism.
Right. No. Not putting that in.
Staying in.
Right, I just realised
You can't be racist to white people, though.
we didn't do a jingle. You can't be racist to white people.
You can't be racist to white people. Anything they call us.
That is true. There's no white insult that insults me.
If you call me honky, I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, no, we used to do it all the time at work. Me and I'd come straight in and go, "You alright, you cracker?" And he'd go, "Hey, honky."
Donkey sounds too close to donkey, of which the word I love.
Yeah.
Do you like the word donkey?
I flipping love it.
Do you?
It's a good word.
It is a good word, yeah.
If donkeys didn't exist, you'd love the word donkey.
What's your favourite word, Warren?
Spinach.
Spinach! Is it really?
It's a fucking good word.
Spinach!
It's not bad.
Oh, good, it's alright. It does the job.
Well, you put me on the spot!
Spinach!
I didn't want to disappoint you, but I obviously I didn't have the best word on me either.
Well, it was meant to be your favourite word and you picked spinach.
Oh, right, well, I could have just sat here for 3 minutes, couldn't I, saying nothing while I
Just
thought.
somehow we could have edited that out, but you said spinach now and it has to be in the podcast.
Well, we haven't got much time, and I stand by it. I ruddy love the word spinach.
What about you, Paul? What's your favourite word? The problem is you like to make up words, so your favourite word is probably a made-up word.
It actually is. I was going to say schnooky.
What does that mean?
Schnooky's not bad, yeah.
Right, yeah, snooky.
Just sounds too
Oh,
Japanese.
damn schnooky.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I think it's just.
You want it to
It
mean?
doesn't need a word, a meaning. You just.
It's when you're
When you
snogging
need to.
somebody, but you'd really like to be having nookie.
Yeah, that works.
So it's like, I was proper schnookying this girl last night. Oh, did you not have sex? No, just schnookying while annoyed.
Or a pre-nookie schnog. So, I'm just having a schnooky, and then we'll get into the nookie.
That's not bad either.
Mm. Oh,
Right, everyone, stop saying YOLO, start saying schnooky.
that is the new word.
Yeah, pre-nookie snogs. I like it.
The problem is, I don't think there's many occasions when you can use that word.
YOLO.
Fuck off! That is how people use that word, isn't it? It just for no fucking reason at all. I was out yesterday and I bought some apples, but YOLO.
Ooh, lolly. Doo-be-doo, game review.
I love it!
I can't help but laugh.
I know! Oh, it's so good. So good. It's our best jingle.
Okay, do you review this?
Okay, so the game I'm reviewing today is Cthulhu Saves the World. It's only £2, which is pretty cool. It's got 78 on Metascore, so not too bad considering it's a little indie game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an RPG apparently, but I didn't see very much RPG elements within the game in my opinion.
No?
No. It's a bit of a weird one, but it is definitely very fun.
Okay.
Okay. So firstly, you get into the game and you realise it's basically it's bird's eye view, and you start off at a hotel. Okay.
Okay, a hotel, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you live there.
Okay.
And you meet a man, and he's got bagels for eyes.
What, real bagels?
Yeah, bagels. Yeah, for eyes. That's his eyes.
Ah.
Yeah. So you have a little chat with him on a bridge. And he tells you that you've got a mission to save the world. Which is, that's quite a lot of responsibility for a young lad.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming by this point you're Cthulhu.
Yeah, my name is Cthulhu and I've got blue hair. So basically, I go into the inn and I realise that it's like a big castle in there. And I meet a couple of goblins that have some pet statues.
Pet statues?
Yeah, well they said it was a pet, which is weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, and they said, how are you? I said, yeah, no, I'm alright. He said, I've got a challenge for you. So he said, come outside. And we went outside and there was a big fucking octopus out there. And it had a vagina for a mouth.
Well, that's not... Okay.
This sounds unpleasant for everyone involved.
Exactly. It was very unpleasant. I'm not saying it was pleasant. It was horrible. So he had a vagina for eyes and he had, for a mouth, sorry, and he had and he had eyes sort of sticking out of his legs, which are really fucking weird.
Eyes sticking out of his legs.
Sticking out of his legs, yeah. He looked like a slug with loads of legs.
Yeah, you just described an octopus there, basically.
Yeah. Anyway, you finger his vagina and you move on to the next level.
I'm gonna have to cut that bit out, I reckon. Move on.
You need to keep it. That's how you defeat the boss.
That's how you defeat him. You finger his vagina, Mal.
Oh, you've said it again. Come on, keep it up.
Okay. So anyway, after you fingered the vagina mouth, you go on to the next level. And you meet a man that has tentacles for a mouth, and massive eyebrows. And he tells you that he's got 2 sons that are big green men and they want to touch you everywhere. Which is weird at the start, but I let them and they finger me and then we go on to the next level.
Oh.
It sounds amazing.
On the next level, he speaks to me. We move on to a different subject. He said, I need to have a chat with you. And he said, I hear that you fingered an octopus. And I said, yeah, I did, but it was the only way I could get past. You know,
I see what you're doing, Lewis. I see what you're doing. Yeah, very, very good.
Touche. Check out the bait.
And
Don't make this whole review about fingering octopus vaginas.
Right, shut up! I'm doing my game review. If you don't like it, then just don't listen.
I got it when I got to listen 8 times over when I edit it.
So anyway, I said, yeah, I had to get past, and he said, fair enough. So we went outside, and we went to his house, where he said, I've got a problem for you. Because basically this game is about, like, solving problems for people. You get, like, a mission, and then you solve it, and they're like, oh, can I have something in return? They're like, oh, before we do that, can you do this for me? So I went outside, he said, I'm going to take you to my house. It was raining, and there was a fairy in the right-hand corner. But we carried on, and he said, right, come into my garden, where there was 2 big bell sprouts.
Alright.
Okay, and like some kind of weird demon man.
No one cares about the demon, man. It's all about bell sprouts.
I was concentrating on the bell sprouts, to be honest, understandably. I said, this is weird, and they started having a chat with me, which was really weird. And so I threw my Pokemon ball and I caught them. Anyway, he took me into his lab eventually, which was quite a nice lab, but it was weird because there was a mermaid following me.
Right, you didn't think to question that, or?
No, I just carried on, stuff to do.
A land mermaid?
Yeah, I'm cool with a mermaid following me. Anyway, eventually we teleported somewhere else, where he took me to his pool. We had a little bit of a swim. Wasn't really much to do on that level, but there was a nice chest, and I opened it, there was nothing in it.
Oh.
Anyway, I went into the next place, and, there was a strange creature. I didn't really know what to make of it, but it looked like, there was that weird octopus that I fingered.
Yeah, I remember you vaguely touched on that subject.
Yeah. It looked like that, but someone had chewed it up and spat it out again.
Oh, I don't want to chew up vagina octopus.
Yeah. So I fingered that and moved on.
I'm getting sick of this.
So we had to go on anyway, we had to go on to the next level, where I got to a volcano. Okay? Massive. So I went up to the volcano and I shit off the edge.
Anyone would do, Lewis. Anyone would do.
Why wouldn't you shit off the edge?
You cannot be complaining.
When I bum shuffled to the edge so I could shit off the edge, I did do a shit. I successfully did my shit, but I fell in.
Oh. Did you land on it?
I landed in it.
Oh.
In my shit, yeah.
Joke's on you now, man. Don't shit in volcanoes.
It went back up my arsehole.
Oh, come on. Do the next level.
I went over to the next level, and there was some zebras on fire with a dinosaur in the middle.
Yeah.
This game sounds incredible.
It was incredible, seriously. And they said to me that they needed their toenails clipping. So I clipped their toenails, and I brushed the dinosaur's teeth.
Oh, that's really nice of you.
Yeah, well, I'd help them out. They didn't seem to, cause any harm.
No.
I noticed that when I walked off, the dinosaur did stand in my shit, though.
Got it.
Oh.
A little bit annoyed. Anyway, I went on to the next level where we were back in sort of some kind of weird lab. Opened the chest and there was a rattle in there and a big piece of chewing gum that had been chewed up already. Yeah. But you know, I walked around for a bit, had a chat with the mermaid, fingered her, went on to the next level.
So I had a cough.
And
This is not funny at all.
the mermaid, everything else was okay with me doing this, but the mermaid was not happy about the fact that I fingered her.
Yeah. Carry on.
So she took me to a cliff.
To a what?
To a cliff.
Ah.
She got her tits out. She fingered my arsehole and pushed me off.
I cannot put that in. I cannot put that in. Do it. You've got to understand the difference between. Come on.
That was the end of the game.
Yeah.
And if Warren had cut this out, then there was no last level, so he's silenced me.
Wow. So you die at the end?
I die, which is crazy because I was meant to save the world.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a misleading title.
The arse and you fell off a cliff. Shit. Utter shit. That was a shit review. What did you give it out of 10?
10. That was a 10.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Best game I've ever played.
Yeah. Yeah. Jingle.
Doo-doo-be-doo, game review.
Thanks. What's the next feature?
Oh, what is wrong with you today?
You ruined that.
Well, we said we were ending it. So.
Yeah, well, that is it now. You put the last nail in the coffin. That is it. Game review's done.
I reckon that people will love that game review.
It was a bit raunchy.
What a pile of shit.
Yeah, I fell in it.
I went back inside him.
Oh.
Okay, for £2.
Yeah.
Bargain.
Yeah, that's it. We're not doing that ever again.
Oh.
Well, what have you got that's good?
Well, I've got goat news, haven't I?
Okay, well, we can't do that straight away. We've got to chat about something, haven't we?
Well, I'm just saying, that always delivers.
Well,
you know?
does it? I think it's always shit.
Does it deliver?
Thank you.
Or does it do beef? Oh.
Alright, I've got a little bit of a debate here. I don't know whether it's morally correct to kick people for this particular reason.
Go on.
But
Yeah,
Sagittarius, you know, our mod,
Yeah.
he brought to my attention that in the savings group, someone had a swastika as their avatar.
I think that you should be able to kick people for that because isn't it illegal in quite a few countries to present the swastika anywhere intentionally?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but swastikas were around before the Nazis.
Yeah, I know. I
I
did watch a documentary the other day about how it's used in some Indian religion. I feel like their symbol, which is a holy symbol, has been raped by the Nazis.
Yeah, this guy could be an Indian for all we know, and then by kicking him, that's a hate crime.
There is slightly different. Theirs is like a cross rather than an X. The Nazi one was more of an X than a cross. So it is ever so slightly different.
Do they still use it?
They still use it, yeah, and they have it on their jewellery, and they sometimes even have it on themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, and they do, you know, they feel like that sometimes they get criticised for using that symbol, but they've been using it for thousands of years.
Not only did he have an avatar with that on there, because usually I think I would leave it, I'd be fine with that. But it was on the home page of the savings group. So, you know, when you go to the groups, it's got like a kind of, like 20 or 30 pictures up there of people that are in the group in the background. Well, there was just a big whopping swastika in the middle.
Yeah, I probably would have done the same.
We think it's fine that we can kick people like that without any sort of explanation. They're just gone.
I don't think they deserve an explanation.
Okay.
Did you say what's the limit?
what is the limit for what they're allowed to have?
Swastikas are a no-no straight away, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I will allow. I don't want to say what I will allow because then people will do it.
I doubt the people listening to this podcast, Lewis, are going to put vaginas on their avatar just because you say it's all right.
That is all right. I will allow that.
Come on, seriously now.
I would actually. I've seen people that have Hitler as their avatar, and I've allowed that.
It's just a historical man.
Yeah, he is a man. Yeah, he did bad things, but it doesn't matter. But a swastika symbolises horror,
Hate.
Yeah, hate, absolute evil, and is basically almost suggesting that you support what that symbolises.
So what about pornography then?
To what extent?
Big old dick.
I mean, shouldn't they just be reported, really?
Yeah, it's just, sort of supposed to be protecting our members from shit like that, aren't we?
Yeah, but if you report them, then the member can stay, but he just gets his avatar removed and a little bit of warning.
Yeah.
He's not directing that big old dick at us. I think he's just directing that big old dick to the world.
Yeah. Okay.
So report them, and it would soon be down, wouldn't it? Steam will get rid of it. Too.
Yeah. All right.
Big old vagina, leave it there. Don't report.
Cut that bit out. Okay. Paul, have you got a topic?
I have a little topic, a little bit controversial, I don't want to... But genetically modified super babies.
Ooh, I like that.
Go on.
I'm not talking about just, blonde hair or changing the colour of their eyes or sex. I want a lizard baby.
Wait.
I thought you were going to say, oh, it's crazy, isn't it, how we're going to soon be able to,
No, I want lizard babies.
You're saying, I support it, and I want a lizard baby.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Why do you want a lizard baby?
Think how easy it would be to look after. What do you want for Christmas? A rock and a heat lamp.
Wait,
Done.
wait. I don't know why you've made assumptions on this lizard baby. They'll have the same requirements as a lizard.
Well, he's half lizard, half baby.
Because not only will you have to have a heat lamp on him, but you'll also have to feed the fucker when it's crying.
It won't cry. It's a lizard. They have no tear ducts.
Right.
Just guessing.
Yeah, I know.
Just clutching at straws.
No, lizards do not.
No, I'm not saying that that's wrong.
That's not the issue. Well, I was hoping that would last a bit longer. I was hoping to get a little bit back and forth, but mostly it was just, no, shit idea, next one.
Yeah, I might cut that entire thing.
Yeah, I would.
I thought you were talking about the possibility of this actually happening.
Yeah, and I thought we were going to have actually quite a serious, good discussion on this possibility of this happening in the future. But instead, you
I was just sitting at work thinking about lizard babies.
Yeah, and how it can save you some time.
What I don't understand is of all his imagination, the best thing he could come up with was a lizard baby.
Yeah, they could do loads better than that, couldn't you?
Oh, I don't know, I've been quite tired this week.
The pigeon baby.
That'd be boring as shit, just shit on people's cars.
Right, okay. I see that if we create a baby that's a hybrid with anything else, we can find out from Paul exactly what it will do.
Pretty much.
Which characteristics it will take exactly.
What does the cat baby do?
Piss on the walls and ruin my carpet, I don't know. This is a normal baby.
This is a good feature. This is good. What would the ant baby do?
Well, it'd just lift me up and probably feed me to its strange lava queen.
The queen's not lava!
It could be a queen larvae turning into a queen. We don't know this. Stop making assumptions, dickhead.
Pedophile.
You're pedophile.
I like that. Next week we'll ask Paul.
Next week send in your suggestions and we'll ask him what that baby does.
I like the way he goes, I don't know, probably lift me up on that and stick me in a queen's mouth.
Like it's obvious.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, something like that.
I should be thinking of all this. It's common knowledge. You're so ridiculous, you two. Ridiculous.
Alright, sorry. I walked straight into a 60-year-old Japanese man today. Was that wrong?
Did he fall over?
No. I hit him pretty hard, though. Is that wrong?
Oh, he probably didn't even see you.
He was looking at his phone. It pissed me off.
That does piss me off, though. If you're gonna walk and look at your phone, then you need to look where you're going at the same time.
I don't know.
You want a bit of goat news, do you?
I think it is time.
All right, Lewis, let's hear the jingle.
It's so beautiful.
It's really good.
I'll never get sick of that.
Right, this was sent in by Victoria Welch.
Wait, someone sent it in
Yeah,
to you?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Victoria Welch, I can send you the email if you want it.
Someone's done some goat news for you.
Yeah, they sent it in.
That's amazing. I can't believe we're actually getting people sent
Lazy
in.
bastard.
It's a real story as well. Apparently, it's from...
Apparently all of yours are real fucking stories, like Shrek was.
What I mean is it's a personal story. It's one that she's witnessed.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And I know you're going to exaggerate it.
Well, that's neither here or there, is it? Okay. I'll try and be as true to the story as I can, because she only told me sort of snippets of information, but she lived on a farm with her parents in a sort of early to late teens, and they had sort of a farm, but a sort of amateur farm. It just
Yeah,
had,
there a goat living in it.
no, they didn't have any goats. They had cows, chickens, and a couple of horses that they used to ride. And there was a local butcher's up the road that that Victoria apparently worked at. Well, she worked in the vegetable part of it, but every now and then they made her go into the butcher part of it. And she's a vegetarian, so she hated working in there. And so she broke out these 3 goats. And she said...
She released them?
Yeah, she released them, yeah.
But you said they didn't have any goats?
No, they didn't. The butchers did.
Oh, I see, okay.
So she released them because she was like, I don't want them to get the chop. So she went home, and a week and a half later, they turned up at her door.
Oh my god!
Holy
This is like
goat.
weird!
Isn't that weird?
Well, she opened the door and they're just staring her in the eyes.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
3 of them?
And
fuck.
they took them on because they were like, whoa, that's amazing. What's wrong with that? They had a farm.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. I can just imagine them opening the door, going to bedrooms upstairs on the left.
Yeah. Toilet, bottom floor. Enjoy your stay.
Breakfast in the morning.
So the mother of Victoria, she said, oh, you should probably, name them. They were all different colours. They were black, brown and white, so they named them Blackie, Brownie and Whitey.
Alright.
Okay.
Is that the whole story?
No, there's loads more.
Okay, alright, okay. So, it's good so far.
So they moved in, and they had a room.
Yeah.
And the horse had to be kicked out and stay in the farm, sort of the green area. Due to basically conflict. I don't think goats really get on with horses.
Conflict, okay, yeah.
It lived there for 6 months, and it helped pay the rent by basically selling its milk and cheese to the local market.
I don't think it sold its milk and
Well, maybe not, but
Maybe not. I went down there and when I got a full udder. Do you want to
they sold milk and cheese, Lewis, and they got 6 months rent out of it.
it?
Right? It ended up paying...
That's a lot of rent. They did well.
Yeah, well, they ended up paying more rent, actually, as demand for goat's cheese rose in the 90s. It was huge.
In the 90s? Okay.
This was based in the 90s.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't remember the rush for goat's cheese in the 90s.
Well, you weren't around the far...
I was around for the whole of the 90s.
No. It ended up... No. What?
What?
Just don't understand what you said. Anyway, it ended up taking over the home, all 3 of them, and opened it up as a national goat museum.
Wait,
so it basically...
wait, it opened up... What are
they ended up taking over the home.
Taking over the home?
Yeah.
What do you mean by taking over the home?
Basically...
The owners?
Yeah, basically that house is theirs now.
Ungrateful goats.
Right.
And then they opened it as a national goat museum.
What did they put in there then?
Hooves and that. It's now recognised as the official battleground between English goats and Welsh cows.
I didn't know they didn't get on.
Well, these ones certainly didn't.
Oh, right.
And currently they're fighting a legal battle to be allowed a three-way gay goat marriage recognised under the English animal rights law.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't they? Of
They've
course.
brought out their own brand of jam. Called Fruity Goats.
Right. Right.
So Victoria Welch sent this in.
I reckon that the only part of that is true is she released the goats and they came to her house. That's the only bit that she sent in.
Well, you'd be wrong. So
I reckon then the only bit that's true is she released some goats.
What did I say last?
Pretty goats.
Yeah, yeah. What was the jam they released? Fruity Goats or something like that.
We make that later on for Fruity Goats.
And
Are you not finished?
neither of them know how to tell the time.
Neither for those three.
Of course they don't, they're a fucking goat. They also didn't make fucking jam. What? You said neither of them. There's three of them.
One of them does.
Oh, right, of course. One of them is the timekeeper. Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, how would they have been able to fight the cows if they didn't know what the time was?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how they would have done that. It can't be true.
And they're currently building a playground for the local kids. Get it, kids? Okay, that's it. That's goat news.
Oh, fuck, the terrible pun at the end. Is this person, Victoria, the person that you work with?
Yeah.
You were. I'm trying to think of something to do with goats. She goes, I released them once, and you went, alright, write it down.
How do you know exactly what happened? I said, you owned a farm at one point, didn't you? And she went, yeah. And I said, you got any goat stories? And she went, I've got a whopping goat story. She told me the bit about them releasing them and turning up at the house. And I said, well, that's bollocks. I'm going to have to change that.
She went, what do you mean change it? You said goat news. Yeah.
I said, no, you've told me enough. Get on with your work.
I can finish it from here.
I literally did. Goat news. Goat news, goat news. Can we, Barnaby would be well proud of that. Can we have the jingle, please?
Okay. Goat news!
Oh, ridiculous.
I don't know what happened at the end of that one.
I like it. It's getting more nasal as it goes on.
It's getting very nasal, yeah.
Goodness.
I've got something to bring us down, something to talk about that's ordinary, because that's made me feel wheezy.
Oh, man, I do feel lightheaded.
So, Chris Lewis, our elder brother,
Yeah.
he's got his Xbox One, it came in today.
Yeah.
And Kirsty was looking at his profile, and it turns out that you can't have party chat between 360 users and Xbox One users.
What, really?
Not even private chat.
What the hell? Surely, they'll fix that, I'm assuming.
Well, it better be, because that's ridiculous.
If that's the case, then that's fucking stupid.
Because you could on Xbox Original to 360.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. That's basically it. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, no, that's got to be fixed, surely. Surely that's easy to implement.
I don't know. I mean, you can understand it on PS4, can't you? Because I think they're only just implementing party chat now.
Yeah, that's understandable. They can't change it. They've said themselves that they can't because of their technology. They can't have party chat. But PS4, yes, has it. Fair enough. But Xbox has already got the software and the technology to be able to do it. So why not integrate them both?
I don't know. It just seems like a real loss That.
That is bullshit. That means that if someone's playing on their Xbox One, they're playing a game, you're like, oh, can we have a little chat while you're doing it? Yeah, why not? No, you can't. Sorry.
What's the point in having them on your friends list?
Yeah, that is a good. Yeah, you just have to delete them, wouldn't you?
Luckily, you can send text messages. I haven't tried voice messages yet, but you can send. Wow.
What does it say when you try?
It's ghosted out. It doesn't give you the option.
I wonder if that'll be fixed.
Constantly disappointed.
Yeah. Every time I hear something about Xbox, I end up being very disappointed. Is he annoyed about it? Does he not really care?
He's loving it.
It's because Kirsty said, oh, I'm just going to invite you to a party. Oh, I can't. Oh, no, what a shame.
Oh, big shame. I'm going on Forza 5. What is the better Sega jingle? The one that goes, "Ooh, Sega," or the one that goes, "Sega"?
That one.
Second one.
Yeah. I don't think there's anyone in the world that likes the new one.
The new one's bollocks.
Oh, God.
I did have this really random Sega one once for one of their Sonic games, and it was literally Sega!
Was that the Japanese one?
It must have been.
It was incredible.
That's amazing. That sounds like a karate chop. Do you remember the blades, Lewis, on the Xbox 360 when it first came out? When I used to go.
Right, yeah.
Oh man, I could do that all day.
That was a better system, and you could make a right nice little tune out of it.
Like that.
I did do that all day.
That was when the system was fast.
That was when the system was good.
Oh. Xbox news, done. Can we have a jingle, please?
Xbox news.
Letter time with Paul.
Oh, I do like that.
Go for it, Paulio.
Dear Dream Station Box Live Cube.
Okay.
My name is Chewie. I do podcasts and shit for Opium Pulses. We do game giveaways where we give games to poor gamers who spend all their money on crack and sherbet. Mental, I know. We're like Jesus.
Crack and sherbet.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, I thought the best way to get top of the range games would be go to the top of the console making type people, like yourself.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure you're saying to yourself, or stroking your ham-infested beard with your beaver hands, why should I give my game babies to these handsome gentlemen? Well, I will tell you, if you decide to give us some of your gamey children, then we may let you join Opium Pulses. Maybe, probably not, but, you know, you're a cunt.
You can't call him that. You've called him a cunt.
He is being
He's got beaver hands.
He does have beaver hands, yeah.
I say.
Okay.
Anyway, if they do intend on joining us, then they could win the games that they send us. That in itself is pretty awesome, and then they wouldn't feel like they're stealing from work anymore, and they won't get a slap on the wrist.
So the people that are giving you these games, they can win them back.
Exactly, so then they won't be stealing, you know. I'm not saying anyone in particular, Steve, prick.
Steve?
But, you know, Steve from accounting.
He is a cunt, yeah.
But, you know, I thought this would be good for them. They can get into us and maybe make a difference in their work environment. But anyway, also, I'm going to give you a signed copy of my nipple calendar with all 9 months of the year. I don't count April to June, because they are shit months.
They are, aren't they?
They are.
They're not the best of months. They're not my favourites. They're pretty rubbish.
Yeah.
Anyway, if my offer tantalises your furry face, then meet me outside Promac and give me the email. I don't trust the internet. There are far too many feely-fingered people asking how old I am and if I like van rides. Of course I like van rides. Who doesn't?
Stupid question.
But to end, much love from both of my testicles, Cheerio.
Both of them?
Not just one.
I don't think I've ever had a goodbye from both of Paul's testicles both at once.
I have.
Yes.
Have you?
I had them from all three once.
Oh, well.
don't tell people about the third one. That's a surprise.
Letter time with Paul. That's actually called I'm Not Begging, I'm Just Asking.
That was good, Paul. Thank you very much.
That's right, yeah.
So
So I do my part.
Who were you sending it to again?
Dream Station Box Live Cube.
So if you've got a little bit of goat news for us, or a little letter that you've written that you want us to read out, then feel free to send it to admin@opiumpulses.co.uk.
My invention is microwavable boxes.
So the boxes just heat up?
Yeah, you just dry them off in the microwave, because that may or may not have been what I put in the microwave.
Okay, so only a little bit of news, basically all revolving giveaways. Lewis and I uploaded a few more giveaways to the our personal giveaway page the other day. We uploaded Vessel, Primordia, The Whispered World, Crusader Kings Complete, Oil Rush, Home, Robin Hood, Tower Wars, Two Worlds 2, and Chaser. They're all up there now. They range from 100 to 405 entries, so still relatively low. We will be increasing it as more people join the site, but right now, still quite low, so you've still got a good chance of winning. And then for our Christmas giveaways, we'll be giving away some of the biggest shit that we've ever done. So just to name a few, we've got Max Payne 3, Torchlight 2, Sleeping Dogs, Borderlands 2, Hitman Absolution Professional Edition, and Fable 3. And that's just some of the ones I've bought so far. We will be buying a load more. And just to say, just in case it gets cut from the main part of the podcast, we want people to start getting involved with the podcast more. We want to be able to read out people's suggestions and their names and features they've written and, things they want read out on the podcast. So send anything that you want. Anything you want us to discuss on the podcast, or if you've written something specifically for it, to admin@opiumpulses.co.uk, and we'll see what we can do with it.
Yeah, even if it's just something that you want us to talk about, like if it's just a subject.
Right. That has been episode 4 of series 1 of the Opium Pulses podcast. Next week, we may have a special guest. We may not. Fidel, the moderator of our Steam groups, has basically shown interest in being a third host, but he's never around when we're recording, so we haven't been able to get him on. But if not, we'll have the return of Cheerio, who will be our third host as normal. Send in your requests for anything you want to hear on the podcast at admin@opiumpulses.co.uk, and have a pretty good week in that.
Yeah, and tits.
Bye.
Bye. Open your mouth, I'm going to jingle in it.
Right. And then you take it too far.